Hi, I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my playthrough of After Us. We have already started the game. We are playing against the King of the Apes. The score is 4-3 for me. Things are going well, so let's get started. The King of the Apes always goes first and he will draw his resources. He starts with 3 seeds for the gorilla, 3 fruit for the orangutan, and he gets 3 flowers for the chimpanzee and 2 batteries. Then the King of the Apes draws his first 4 cards. The first one is a level 2 card, so he's going to get 6 points, and he jumps into the lead with a score of 9. Second card he gets is a tamarind. He gets a seed. Oop, I think this is supposed to be a fruit and not a seed. And he has no more cards in his draw pile, so let's shuffle his discard pile. The next card he gets is another tamarind for a flower this time. And the final card this round is his gorilla. It's a level 1 gorilla. He will score 3 points, giving him a total of 12 points. Now, for each chimpanzee we drew, he will get the rewards of the tamarinds. So he's going to get a seed and a flower. Things are looking grim. He has a lot of resources. For each gorilla, he gets 2 rage points. Now it's over to us. I think we're in the same situation where we draw 2 cards, and now we have to shuffle our discard pile. Here we go. And what are the other 2 cards? All right, now that's awesome. Now we have 3 different kinds of ape here. 1, 2, 3, which means we're going to be activating these squares. So let's see what the best way of getting these activated are. Now, I do have when I drew these, I did have 4 energy. So do I want to risk drawing another card? It'll be a tamarind. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to save the cards because I don't want to necessarily get a tamarind. So let's see what we're going to do here. We have no resources. And if I order the cards right, we can get 5 seeds, and that'll give us either a chimpanzee or a gorilla. There's nothing else that'll give us. We can get 3. We can get a level 1 orangutan if we order these right, but I think I want to save the fruit in order to get some rage. Now, the orangutan doesn't have a frame that leads off the edge. So let me see what happens if I put it last here. And I want to see if I can maximize my seed production. Now, I don't want to spend that many seeds here. Well, it's 2 batteries. Do I want batteries? Well, if I swap these 2 out, that'll mean I'll either be spending 1 fruit and 1 seed for 3 rage or 2 seeds for 3 rage. So I think I'm going to keep it like this. I would rather spend fruit. So I'm locking it in. This is what we're going for. So let's go ahead. This frame isn't complete, so we're going to get the first completed frame is a seed and a fruit. We're going to get 2 seeds for this one. We're going to get 2 flowers and a seed over here. We're going to get another flower and another seed over here. And we're going to get a fruit over here. We also have 3 different apes, so we're going to steal a battery, giving us our 6th battery. Now let's evaluate the second row. Do I want to spend 2 seeds? How many seeds are we spending altogether if I spend them all here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 5 seeds. I would have to spend a battery for the 6th seed, but that's fine because I would spend a battery to get 2. So maybe our strategy is, doesn't look like there's anything that spends flowers. So maybe our strategy is to go the route of flowers this turn. So let's go ahead. We need to stay ahead of the ape. The score is of the king of the apes. The score is now 12-4. I can't keep behind. So let's go ahead. We're going to spend 2 seeds for 3 points. We have 3 different apes, so we're going to get a flat 2 points here. We're going to get 1 more point for 1 more seed, so let's spend that. We get a point over here. We're going to spend 1 seed and 1 fruit for 3 rage, which I'll give myself immediately. And then over here, we're going to spend 2 seed. But first of all, I'm going to spend a battery to convert this fruit into a seed. And I don't think I'm going to take the seed from here. I don't know how that would work. I'm just going to take it from the supply. It seems only fair. And then I'm going to spend my 2 seeds over here to get 2 batteries. Now these batteries I will take from the gorilla. So let me put all of these resources away. And I scored 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points altogether. So 7 plus 4 is 11. We're 1 point behind the king of the apes. Let's go over to phase 2 now. Now the king of the apes is going to look at his discs. He's going to see that the orangutan has the most resources underneath. So he's going to be buying a level 1 orangutan. He's going to receive 2 energy. He's going to spend the 3 resources here to get a level 1 orangutan that goes on top of his deck. We get to copy if we choose. I'd have to spend 2 batteries. Now the question is, do I want to spend my energy on a level 1 card? Maybe I'll hold off. Maybe I'm being greedy. We're just 2 energy short of getting a second level 2. The level 2s are so much more powerful than the level 1s. So let's hold off. Well, if I copy, I'd have to spend 2 batteries to get 2 batteries. There's no point in doing that as well. And I definitely want to buy something this round. If I get a chimpanzee, I can get 2 flowers and a seed over here, bringing me up to 5 flowers. And then I can use my energy to convert it to a 6th flower and then get a level 2 chimpanzee. I think that is what we're going to do. So we are not going to copy. So we'll go right into our turn. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the chimpanzee. The chimpanzee allows me to copy a completed frame. I'm going to copy this completed frame. I'm going to take 2 flowers and 1 seed, emptying him of his resources. And then I'm going to spend 1 battery to convert this seed into a flower. And now I'm going to go ahead and spend my 6 flowers to purchase a level 2 chimpanzee. And here's the level 2 chimpanzee. This one gives us a straight 2 points with another additional possible 2 points. That is awesome. A blue flower to copy a frame, and we have another possible frame that we can copy over here. Now, do we want to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Do we want to spend the 6 that we have here for another level 1, knowing that we already have a chimpanzee in the disc, in the draw deck? We can buy anything a level 1. I think we're going to buy a level 1. Let's go ahead and spend the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll spend the 6 and we will get a level 1 mandrill. This one gives us points as well. 3 different apes gives us a point, and this one usually produces flowers, so we'll put that on top of our draw deck. And that is the end of phase 2. The gorilla does not have 4 rage. We don't have 4 rage, so we don't have to look at getting rid of any cards. So these guys go into the discard pile. Let me stick it underneath the draw pile like I was doing before. These go underneath as well. And we'll start our second round for today. I think I'm going to go to 3 rounds today. So let's get right to it. Using my guide sheet over here, the King of the Apes goes first. He refreshes his resources. He gets 3 seeds. He gets 3 fruit. And he gets 3 flowers and 2 batteries. And then the King of the Apes will start drawing his cards. He, of course, has a level 1 orangutan. He scores 3 points, bringing him to 15. Second card is a mandrill. He gets a battery for that one. Another mandrill. He gets a fruit. And the last card for today, another mandrill. He gets another battery. Now, the king receives bonuses because of the cards that he's drawn. So he drew an orangutan, which gives him 2 energy. It is now over to us. So let's get our 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know we have a chimpanzee. We know we have a mandrill. So let's see here. The mandrill doesn't have any frames that lead off of the square here. So let's keep him last. Let's maximize this here. By putting it this way, I get the score on this one. And I get the score on this one. It would be really nice, though, if I was able to capitalize on this copy. You know what? Let's shift things around here. Let's put this guy over here. And put this guy over here. How about that? Is that any better? I think it is. Let's go for it. Let's lock it in. So, I get a battery. I get 2 fruit. I get a flower. This frame is not complete, so I don't get that, but I do get a seed over here. I get another flower and another fruit. And that is it. Now over here, for 2 points, I can spend a battery and a seed, but let's have a look. Do I need seeds or batteries for anything else? I don't, so let's go ahead and spend it. A battery and a seed. That'll give us 2 points. And then we get a straight point here. Now, I only have 2 flowers. I'm not going to spend it over here because I don't have 3 flowers, and I did spend my energy. I think I'm going to be keeping the orange to buy my ape. And I only have 2 flowers. So I'm going to spend 1 flower for 2 points over here. We get a point here, a point here, and a point here. We have 3 different apes, so we get a point here. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to get this flower over here to repeat one of the completed frames. So let's go ahead and complete this frame and get 2 more fruit. Is that smart? Is that smart? I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So how many points did we score? We scored 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. We were at 11. That brings us to 20. We are now in the lead, 20 to 15. So now let's go over to phase 2. Now, the rules say from the 3 discs above his player board, the King of the Apes always chooses the one that allows him to attract the ape of the highest possible level. He cannot attract any apes this round because he doesn't have at least 3 resources. If there is a tie, he chooses the one furthest to the left, and if he does not have enough resources to attract an ape, he chooses the leftmost disc, which in this case is he is going to be choosing a gorilla. So he will get 2 rage for the gorilla. He does not get a gorilla this turn, which is awesome for us. And then let's go ahead and we get to copy if we want, but if we copy, we'd have to spend resources, and I don't want to do that. So let's not do that. It's over to us. If we pick the chimpanzee, we can go ahead and get 2 more fruit, or a fruit and a flower, but that limits us to get a level 2 chimpanzee. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a level 2 chimpanzee. So we're going to go ahead and get a flower and a fruit. So we use the copying to copy this frame over here, and we're going to spend our 6 fruit to get a level 2 chimpanzee. Let's see what we got. 3 points if we have 2 different apes. It gives us a battery. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Goes to the top of the deck. Now, the King of the Apes does have 4 rage points, and it says that he will get the last tamarind that he drew. He's going to spend 4 over here, and he's going to get a battery as a reward. This goes out of the game. We don't have 4 rage, so next, if the king has 5 energy, he's going to spend 5 energy to get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like that, the game is all tied up at 20 points apiece. So let's go ahead and discard our hands. And we'll start the final round for today. Again, starting with the refreshing of the resources for the King of the Apes. He gets 3. There we go. I shoved one over here because I grabbed a flower by mistake. 3 of those. 3 of these. And 2 batteries. And let's go see his cards. So he didn't buy a card last round. He gets a tamarind for 1 flower. He gets another tamarind for a fruit. And now we have to shuffle his discard pile. He gets another tamarind for a seed. And finally, a level 1 orangutan for 3 points, bringing him to 23 points. He is now in the lead. And I drew an orangutan, so he also gets 2 energy. It looks like he is going to be scoring 5 points at the end of this round. It doesn't look good for us. So let's get our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all we're left with is our discard. Let me turn it sideways so there's no confusion. What did we get? 3 tamarinds and a level 1 chimpanzee. So we're not going to be scoring this bonus over here. I definitely want to maximize on the chimpanzee's function here. So our choice is going to be either spend 2 flowers, spend 2 fruit, or spend a flower and a seed. We have the capacity to get a potential 3 flowers. So I think we might be going for possibly a mandrill, which is the blue apes. I think the best option will be to spend a blue flower and a seed. So let's put that one next to the chimpanzee here. And I'm going to try to maximize our flowers. I'm not getting this flower, but I would really want to. And if I go and put this one over here, I wouldn't be getting this flower because this one doesn't have any flower on the on its right side. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to have much luck in this. We're getting 2 seeds. So maybe instead we'll focus on the orange and go for an orangutan again. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna lock it in. So let's go ahead here. We get 2 seeds as income, 1 battery, a flower and a fruit, and another flower and another fruit and another fruit. We can spend a battery for a point over here, but let's think about that. The most I can ever get is 1 of each here, which would bring me up to 4. And if I got to copy, if I chose an ape, we know that he's most likely going to be going for the gorilla, which will give him rage. So let's spend that battery for the point. So we're going to spend the battery for a point. We don't get these 2 points because we only have 2 kinds of ape. We're going to save the orange this round, so we're not going to spend it over here. Oh, wait a second. I'm taking that back. Now, I didn't lock anything in, so I'm going to take that battery back. The reason for that is that if I use it here, if I spend a flower and a seed over here, I can copy this and get a 4th flower. Then if I choose a chimpanzee, then I can get a fifth fruit, I should say. And then I can use the battery to exchange an additional resource. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to skip this. We're going to keep the battery. We're going to skip this. We're going to skip this. We're going to go ahead and spend one of these and one of these in order to receive one of these and one of these. And that's all we're doing this round. And now we go to round 2. From the 3 action discs, the gorilla, the King of the Apes is going to choose the gorilla, so he's going to get 2 rage. And he is going to spend his 3 discs for a level 1 gorilla onto his deck here. We can spend 2 resources to copy. I think we will. I'm going to spend 2 flowers. By the way, when you spend 2 resources to copy, they have to be the same identical resource. We're going to spend 2 flowers to get 2 rage. We're going to be able to get rid of another card, which might be helpful. And now we go ahead and do ours. So let's stick with the chimpanzee. We're going to go ahead and copy this one again, and we're going to get a fruit and a flower. And then we're in phase 2, so I'm going to spend a battery to convert this into another fruit with the chimpanzee. And we're going to be spending all 6 of these to get a level 2 chimpanzee. 2, 4, 6. And we get our level 2 chimpanzee. What do we get? That looks promising. That'll go into our draw pile. Does the King of the Apes have 4 or more rage points? He does not, but we do. Do we want to get rid of one of these? Now, I can get 3 points by getting rid of this chimpanzee, but I don't think I want to do that. And I can get a battery for getting rid of this one. But this one over here has no rewards in the middle. What I do like the fact is that it has almost all 6 spots over here. These all have their pros and cons. I think I'm going to be getting rid of this one. So I'll be getting rid of this one, and I will get a battery as a reward because that is in the top corner over here. And now we go ahead and discard our hands. King of the Apes does have 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sits at 28 points to our 20. And that's where we're leaving the game today. The King of the Apes is slightly in the lead, but I think we're doing well. Join me tomorrow for the continuation of this game, and I always appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Click on my logo over here to subscribe. Here is a video that you might enjoy, as well as a playlist of other playthroughs on my channel. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.